Megalodon J. And as I told you, I'm sorry, folks, I've been away for too long. But check it. I'm taking you back out to the East Coast, DC, with Ms.Tee. And then we're going to hang it back to the South. It's your boy, Megalodon J. Superman, no cape. How you doing, Ms.Tee?
I'm well. How are you, Jay?
I'm doing all right, man. It's been a very blessed week. Wasn't too cool, wasn't too hot. That's good for the South. How's it feeling out there on the East Coast?
It was a little chilly. So in full transparency, I came back from I was in Cabo. I was in Cabo, Mexico on Sunday. I came back on Monday. I went from 75, sunny, beautiful to 32. I was not happy. I was not happy at all, but it's all good. It is, you know what? It's to be expected. It's November, so you can't really complain, right?
Blue water to cloudy skies and jackets.
Right?
Oh man.
uh,
So so ladies and gentlemen, what I want y'all to understand about Ms.Tee, she is all about the lock culture. But check this out. Y'all need to look her up. Name is Locked and Stilettos. So talk to me a little bit about being locked with the stilettos.
uh, my Instagram is locked in Lettos, and you are absolutely right. It is all about locks. It is all about stilettos, all things beauty and beautiful. And I'm very girly. If you look at my content, you know I am very girly. I am all about the hair, about the makeup, about the clothes, about I love fashion. I always have, as you mentioned, or East Coast, currently in DC. However, I am born and raised in New York, so always about the fashion. So that is it. Is it is it was that's that's my focus. That's my focus. So
We love it. We love it because see the whole thing is, man, when I seen your locks, I was like, oh man, I have semi freeform locks,
mhm.
again, I always like to clarify that because I do know that the lock police will come get me. And
Right.
and I'm not trying to cause any waves with anybody, but I have semi freeform locks. I started with 2 strand twists. Yours look manicured. And the thing though with yours,
Very.
the thing with yours, I seen them and I said, "Oh wow!" Not only is she rocking the locks, but the thing that caught my eye is, a lot of people like to dye their locks, and see,
Right.
you have that natural beauty going on there with your locks, and you rocking them, and you not only rocking them, guys, y'all gotta click on to her Instagram page because she rocking the styles, she doing the whole nine, and you know what? She even telling y'all how to wash your hair. Y'all,
Wash your locks.
please
Wash your
wash your
locks.
locks. Please wash your locks. They tell you don't wash them things. Please wash your locks. But we're gonna let Miss
Oh.
T get into that. Miss T, can you please talk to us about some of your content because I want you to bless the followers with what you know. Talk to us a little bit
So I wish
how.
I could tell you. I am literally, this journey is constantly growing, learning, and evolving. That is literally it. So I share what I know as I learn it, right? I am by no means a lock expert. I started off, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna be a product junkie, right? I'm gonna do it natural. So it was truly just wash my locks. I moisturized my and sealed my hair with coconut oil. I used, goodness gracious, Tali Wahib retwist gel to do my retwist. So I've always done my own hair. I actually started my own locks. I did so. If you see some of my content, you know that my parts in the back are a little crooked,
Oh wow. So
whereas they look really manicured. They're a little crooked. because
You
I
you
started
you
my
do your own
own line.
retwist?
But yeah, I've always been just kind of very basic. That's always happened. That's always been my approach to hair. I've never been one to put a lot of stuff in my hair. I've never been one to put a lot of gels and products and all of that in my hair. I try to keep it as basic as possible to try and keep it as healthy as possible. So
Okay, so I do have a question because the whole thing is like I've heard a lot of lock stories. I've talked to a lot of people. What made you decide to take that lock journey? Because I have seen some pictures with your natural hair before the lock journey.
mhm.
So what made you jump to the transition of, hey, I just want to start my locks?
So um I'm gonna condense this long story, right?
All good.
Long story short. Um, so I've always been around the lock culture. I again I am an old lady, just FYI. So back in the 90s, or like look, early 90s, 89, with De La Soul and some of the groups that were in the hip hop culture, and again, all about the red, the black, the green, African pride. That was always the culture that I was around. However, I was also raised by a single mother who struggled and instilled in me the benefit of utilizing the corporate world to line your pockets, right? so
Okay.
so I was in the corporate world for years. I went to school, I went to work and was in the corporate world for years. And as it locked frowned upon, right? That wasn't professional. And I bought into I can't lie, I bought into it. So I had the press, straight hair and the bobs and the long hair and all of that. I was never one for weaves too much, but again, my hair was always very straight and very, very corporate, very professional,
Yeah, yeah.
pulled back, or I'm saying professional, right?
Professional.
And right, exactly. Um, and a few years ago, I finally got to the place in my career where I was comfortable. I'm a well-educated Black woman. Um, what I bring to the table, I feel like speaks for itself. And I felt like, you know what, I didn't need to play into or feed into that role anymore. I wasn't trying to make my way any longer. Again, I felt like my credentials spoke for themselves. And I just decided that I was going to be unapologetically me. and
Mm.
that was it. I actually took the plunge. Funny enough, actually lost my job. And there were other things that were cited, but I think I was terminated within 4 months of locking my hair. So so within 4 months there were excuses as to why I was no longer a good fit. So but again, I am wildly successful. Again, everything happens for a reason. In a career at this point in time that I am absolutely loving, so I can't complain about it. And again, loving my lock journey. So, but
So
again, I just decided at one point that I was done trying to fit in or trying to fit into someone else's version of me, and decided I wanted to be my version of me and embrace me.
I absolutely love that because one thing I'm hearing you say is, you decided to not capitulate to somebody else's sayings or thought process, because like the whole thing is, do you feel like we could sit there and listen to somebody's idealism of professionalism? Because what
Right.
actually is professionalism? Is it speech? Is it our articulation, enunciation, or is it the actual way of how we go about doing our job?
Exactly.
And I talk to people about this a lot of times, and they can't even tell me what professionalism is. They can't. So is it a look, or is it a way
Right.
about going about doing your works? And I'm trying to understand.
It's again, that's what I tell the I've got a few people that work for me, and I tell them, even when it comes down to annual performance appraisals and so on, again, you can talk a good game, so you can say all of the right things, and you can appear to do all of the right things. But for me, in my assessment, it's about the results. What's the end result? What is your impact? So what are you doing? What are you bringing to, from a corporate perspective, what are you adding to the bottom line? Right. So,
Return
so,
on investment.
and it doesn't have anything necessarily to do with what you look like, as we've learned in this COVID culture. We've all had the you have to get dressed and go to the office and wear professional attire and so on and so forth, but we've all been working from home in our pajamas for 9 months and still getting it done. Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so do you need to have a suit on to do it? No, absolutely not.
So, man, I love that, man, because a lot of people, I talk to people, nobody wants to really jump out there and say it, but I
Right.
say it all the time because I don't care. You either disagree or you agree. Either way it goes, I still feel the same way. But this is the thing. Let me ask you this, because I want you to talk a little bit about your channel.
Mhm.
What are you trying to share with the people whenever you're sharing the things on your channel? Because you are a professional. You are a professional. And you're
um
all about the lot culture.
I am just literally trying to share me, right? There are people that are like, oh, I'm, my role is to educate. Well, I'm an educator. I'm an adult learning professional. So the bottom line is I teach people how to do their jobs all day, every day. So from an education perspective, yes, I could educate, you know but it truly is the goal of the channel is to have fun, whether it is fun to and not take everything so seriously. Again, I'm serious all day long. I'm serious from 9 to 5, right? And I truly, the goal is truly to have fun, to have, whether traveling, whether it's working out and making fun of myself when I'm working out, whether it is, look, trying to pretend like I know what I'm doing from a makeup perspective, which I don't. Trying to pretend like I know what's going on with this hair, which I don't. Again, I'm learning. And my goal is really to take everyone on the journey, on the ride with me. Hopefully, someone gets a smile out of it. Hopefully, someone learns something from it, or sparks an idea or an inspiration to someone to, I get a lot of people that say, oh, I want to embrace my gray. Please embrace it. I love being gray, right? It is a blessing. And I embrace every single solitary strand. So if I can inspire one lady out there or one gentleman out there to embrace their gray, then absolutely, it's something different about you. But again, there's no real like intent. It is just to share me and hopefully inspire something along the way. So
I have a couple of friends that I talk to that also have YouTube channels, and they have some amazing locks. One, well, I want to say both of them have freeform locks. One started them different, but I think one did actually start just freeform. Johnny
okay.
the Dread, man, you definitely check out his channel. He's a pretty cool dude. And Gorilla Locks also would advise you. One of the funniest guys that I probably ever met. Dude is freaking hilarious. And so I want to say that I really love your energy because it's positive. You're trying to push for people to understand And hey, guys, y'all, we need to have fun in this life, man. Like, stop being so uptight, man. Get you some bridges that fit, man, instead of the ones that are too tight. That's why you're uptight, you know? Like, hey, she's on the East Coast. She's in Chocolate City, baby. So go out to Chocolate City, man. Go to New York, man. Get you a pizza or something. Relax. Have fun.
Exactly. Have fun, just chill, right? And that's exactly it. Again, have fun. There's so much to be concerned about. You know what? There's all look. You just turn on the news. The news and all of the. There's a lot to be concerned about. And you know what? I don't get me wrong. On November 3rd, I went out and did my duty. I voted yes, absolutely. But you know, and I actually even posted that on my Instagram. But on that same token, you know what, there's enough seriousness, there's enough, and don't get me wrong, we all have to deal with it.
Of course.
You don't have to deal with it on my Instagram, right? You know what, on my Instagram you'll see that not only do I not know how to retwist my locks, I'm gonna help you know how to not retwist your locks too. Right?
Man, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the first thing I seen on your Instagram, man. I said, "Hallelujah, hallelujah!" She washing her hair, baby, washing her hair. Oh, put some water and some shampoo on that thing. I said, "Oh, hallelujah!" Somebody's washing their hair out here, folks.
Get
I'm
into
sorry.
it.
I don't mean to be the lock Nazi. I don't
Right.
mean to be that guy. But man, y'all need to put some water and some shampoo on that hair. You don't gotta condition it, but man, please
No,
wash
no,
that hair. Uh-oh,
no.
uh-oh. Here we go.
No conditioning. I don't condition. I wash and wash and seal. I wash and seal.
Please, y'all, look, look, the myths are true. You need to wash
Yes.
your hair. It's gonna
Yes.
lock anyway. It's gonna lock
Exactly.
anyway. It's a natural process, And man, I started to do a video on washing your hair, but again, like you said, I'm not a lock guru. I'm not. Because my hair lock different from yours. I'm sure. I think it took.
Exactly.
I think it took like four months for my hair to actually lock. I didn't know the difference between. Man, some people know bunching. Some
Yeah,
people know
the
budding.
budding, and then there is the
Uh,
teenage locks, and
Look,
the amount of content on YouTube about locks is insane. It's all right. So, and I didn't, same here. I didn't think my locks actually took. Now I instant locked my hair. I actually didn't start with two strand twist. I actually my hair was natural for about five about 5 years before I locked it. So it was natural, but it was loose natural. So I was flat ironing, all that other stuff.
okay.
And again, when I decided to lock it, I actually sectioned it off. I parted it up, washed
Uh-huh.
it, and then I literally the infamous Chris McDread. If I follow him on Instagram and YouTube. He taught me on YouTube how to instant lock my hair with a crochet needle. And I'm
Oh,
sure,
okay.
right? So you talk about the lock Nazis, right? And that this is a lock. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm cheating on my locks, right? There's the whole stigma of, oh, you cheated, you didn't go through. I'm like, look, it is what it is, right? It was how you get in,
Man.
how you fit in. And I took a crochet needle and I spent a couple of days, literally me and my crocheting my hair. So I actually instant locked it, and it was what it was.
Hey,
So
look. I'm not judging you because I'm gonna tell you. Dang, I can't even find it. Like before, I just started leaving my hair alone. I was crochet hooking my hair,
right,
because the thing that I didn't understand for myself was that frizz. Like I was like, oh my god, like my hair is like frizzy, and but it's always frizzy. Like I think I'm in like 9 months in. I think nine
mhm,
or 10. I can't remember, man.
right, exactly. I'm like, okay,
look. I'm free to a point to where I'm not counting. I know a lot of people count. I just kind of have an idea when I started. I think it
I
was.
know the only reason I know my lock anniversary is because I finished crocheting on my birthday. That's the only reason I knew. I know my lock anniversary is my birthday because that was when I finished doing my hair. That was the only reason. So,
I be
but
like, guys,
for real,
guys, I'm free. I'm free. Just accept the fact that I'm free. I don't know if it's been a year or not. I don't know. I know it's close, you know,
it's
but yeah, no,
it's been a
I'm
minute,
not.
right? It's been a minute.
Yeah, look. I respect the crochet hook a lot. I know a lot of people that do it naturally. That say, "Hey, you're cheating," this and that and the other. But isn't the end goal to have locks in in the first place? So it's like that it unless you're getting my personal opinion, unless you're getting extensions, then you didn't cheat. It's the same road to the process.
Right?
You just took the fast track. But if
Exactly.
if I look at
And
you,
actually, with the crochet, it's still, I mean, again, still same process because my locks did, I did the crochet, but then you know what, a couple weeks later they were big and fuzzy, and then they plumped up, and then they, kind of condensed down. So they still
yeah,
had to go through that process. It was just as opposed to, again, having twists. I didn't want the two-strand twist because I wanted that fuller look, right?
yeah,
My
yeah,
two-strand
absolutely.
twist would have been laying down, and I wanted a little bit fuller. So that was the point. But again, it still went through the same process. So
It's one of those things, man. Like I see a lot of videos, and then lot community. I love you guys. You know I love you guys. I'm here for you, but at the end of the day, we have to start looking at things from a macro instead of a micro perspective. We need to stop attacking people because their journey is different from our journey, and we need to just embrace the fact that they're part of our culture, man. Like we're one community, right? So
right,
we need to embrace that. And so it's a lot of people that are free, that have locks. Yours are maintenance and manicured, and mine are semi maintenance and manicured. And then you have some people that aren't maintenance and manicured at all, but we're all the same because you know
beautiful.
what?
Oh,
To your
beautiful.
point earlier, when we go apply for a job, they're not going to say, "Hey, well, how did you start your locks? Did
Right.
you crochet your locks, or did you free form them?" They're going to say, mm, he got locks, and I either want to give this person a
Right.
job or I don't." They're not going to ask you those questions because they
Exactly.
see locks and then they see Bob in the back, and they're like, "Nah, I don't want to hire Bob." Or they're gonna be like, "Oh, I might want to hire Bob. Bob might be cool to work with." You know,
Right,
it's just,
exactly. Exactly.
guys, we gotta stop. Guys, we gotta stop. We need to embrace the community. We need to spread that love. That's what we need to do.
But then again, I mean, that on that same token, we've done that on a more expansive level as a culture in general. It's not, again, whether you're dark or light, or paper bag light, or house light, or field dark, that's the way that we've gotten down for so long. And I just feel like, what we need to, not only within the lock community, but as a community in general, we need to come together and start to support one another. Again, the bottom line is that we are all on different paths. We are all walking different journeys. Again, whether it is in the corporate world, whether it is our beloved entrepreneurs that are out here trying to, hustle and make a way. Neither journey is better than the other. Each has its own merit and its own value. And,
Definitely.
again, we just need to learn how to embrace one another, and stop. trying to tear each other down, right? The
Yeah.
bottom line is that we need to, because there's a lot, again, like I said, turn on the news, there's a whole lot of folks out there that are more than willing to tear us down. We don't need to tear each other down, right?
Yeah.
We don't need to help, we don't need to help anybody out with that, right?
It's too much wasted energy, and the whole thing is man, like if you go log on to YouTube right now, you can type in freeform locks and then 15,000 videos of 15,000 different ways how to do it. You can type in semi freeform locks, 15,000 ways to do it,
Yeah.
15,000 ways how, you know, that they'll tell you, oh, I use beeswax, or I use this, I use that, or I use this gel, use that gel. But
I don't
what
use
a lot of people don't understand is everybody's scalp's different. So if you use this gel, it could cause alopecia. You know,
mm-hmm.
if you don't use this gel, you know, it could cause breakage in your locks.
Yeah.
You know, if you use beeswax, it could cause lint. You know, I mean, it's a whole lot of different things. You got to find out what works for you,
For
and
you.
that's what I really like about your channel and your content. That you guys, I'm gonna put her link as I always do with everybody I talk to down here at the bottom. Y'all make sure y'all go like, subscribe to her channel, and her Instagram has some fire content, man. I absolutely love it. And her daughter even has locks as well. Almost looks like her twin. and and so, you know, you get a double dose of mom and daughter on there. So, you know, you like what you see, like, click subscribe. I shouldn't have to tell you this because if you click it in the first place, you should already follow and like.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So people need to stop saying like, click, and subscribe. Just like that thing, subscribe to that thing because you were watching that thing. You understand what I'm saying?
That's
Like
right.
let's show some love to these people, man. Like I say it all the time. Let's show some love. Let's show
I
some
like
love. Can
I
I get
love
an
it.
amen? Can I get an
Amen.
amen?
You ain't said nothing but a word.
So real quick. If you had to give some advice to anybody that's trying to join the lock community, what advice would you give them?
um, don't listen to all of the advice, right? That is the I said that I think the other day when I was doing the face washing video, and I'm like, you know what? I don't wash my face. I don't use soap on my face. And people are like, oh, but my that's my skin. That's my face. Like you said, all of our hair is different. The one thing that I can say is do what's best, find what works for you, and don't listen to, again, do your research. Oh, kind of like my hair texture, this is similar to, my hair, and this is, my hair is dry, so this is how I, dry hair, these are the things you can do to moisturize. But again, once you figure out what works for you, keep doing what works for you. And and don't get me wrong, you see me on Instagram, especially. You know what? I will try a product. I am like, if I feel like you have a lock product that I am interested in, especially Black owned business, I am truly out here trying to support. So, if I can, if I'm gonna try it out. And I rarely, I will tell you, I will rarely post unless it is something just egregious. I will not post a negative review. I might not post a review, right? So
Hey.
I might not post a review, but I'm not going to post anything negative. Again, not trying to tear anybody down. But if I find something that works, or that I really love, I will definitely share it out there. But again, like I said, the most important advice that I can share is don't listen to all of the advice. Do what works for you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ms.Tee, I want to thank you for your time today. Guys, it's Friday. It's
Yes.
November. And this is your boy, MEGALODON J. And I got Ms.Tee here from the East Coast. I hope we just bless your ears, bless your mind, body, and soul. Ms.Tee, tell them why they need to follow you.
You need to follow me for all things beauty and beautiful locks and Lettos. Absolutely.
Hey, we gonna get back with you. Y'all stay safe out there this weekend. All love. Shout out to the Lock family. We out.